Okay, now we're going to work on replacing Weatherstrip on a patio style door. It's pretty similar for whether it's Lifestyles or Architect Series. The new style is all going to be pretty close to the same here. I'm going to change the sweeps on this active door here. We'll pull those off and put them back on and show you how. And then also replace the frame Weatherstrip which goes around. Okay. So all you need to get it out usually is just a little flat pry bar or a stiff putty knife, something like that. And sometimes you can grab it with your fingers and pull. Sometimes it's in there pretty good and it's a little tough. So if you go in from the back side and get it started, it should just pull right out towards you. You can see there's a groove that's notched into the frame, and that's all that the Weatherstrip's feeding into. And the back side of your Weatherstrip kind of looks like a fish hook, so it pushes in really easy, but then it has the flares to where it holds it so that it's harder to pull back out. And you can notice on this too, each piece has a special notch, so when you take them out or put them back in, you want to make sure that you have things in the correct location, because if I turn this upside down, you can see the notches are cut differently, and it does not work properly if you don't have it the correct spot up and the correct place down. Okay, that's all of our Weatherstrip out. And then you can see, again, the top part has this little special notch, and you can tell that's the top because it's actually going to fit to the profile of the door up there. And your bottom has an angle cut on it. So if you can't remember which is which, that's what's going where. So to put it back, I'll start my top in first. And we want to make sure it's pushed all the way up to the top of the frame. And then you're just going to push it back into the groove. I'll show you kind of what I'm fighting with here. This bottom piece has a piece of metal that's really tight to the wood. So if you don't get it tucked behind there, see how this one's pushing out a little? If you can't get that Weatherstrip tucked behind there, then it doesn't go down as far as it needs to. So there, now I got it finally slid down, and it'll tuck into there like it's supposed to. Top piece the same, you'll just want to butt it all the way over. Make it tight. And then we'll put the side back on. And I'll do a little bit at the top, then I'll go to the bottom just to bow it out. It makes it a little bit easier usually. Okay, so that's how you replace your frame Weatherstrip. Now I'm going to show you how the panel Weatherstrip comes off, which is just the two-piece sweep on these doors. Really easy, these come off pretty simple. There's just a little piece of plastic down there that they feed into. So most of the time you don't even have to take the door down. You just get it started and it pulls right out. And again, you can see right here on this edge, this little plastic piece there, that's what this is feeding back into. So it's going to sit in there just like that. Same thing with your inside piece. This is an older style weather strip here. It looks a little different now. The current one, you can see this old one is almost like a backer rod. It's a little bit of a foam. The new one is an open bulb of rubber. So if you remember these, if you had a thick carpet there by your door, this would catch and it would just roll out of the doors constantly. So the new ones, they made an open bulb to where if it hits a weather strip or hits the rug, it just compresses that rubber weather strip down and it keeps it in place so it doesn't roll back out. Same thing, it's got a notch here, but it's actually going into wood, and all you're going to do is just feed it right into there. And usually there's enough room in the house to where you can leave the doors hanging and do this without taking the door panels down. It's very easy to do. It's pretty quick. So that one's back on. This one's got, you can see here, one side's got a flap to it and the other side's cut more straight. Your flap always goes to the exterior. It's kind of like a rain diverter. It shoots the rain off the edge of the panel, kicks it away from the sill. This again is the older style. It's got a rubber flap on it here. The new style still has your mohair on the bottom, but it's a hard, thick plastic out here. So if you see it and it looks different, that's why. It's just been redesigned. It still works just the same. So to put it back, again, we'll start here at this edge, line it up, just push it in all across the bottom. And that's it. Just as easy as that to change the sweeps out.